Elizabeth Olsen is definitely not shying away from talking about her future in the MCU. And of course, we know she will remain in the MCU because she's openly talked about her contract and future appearances. Now she talks a little bit more about her hopes and dreams, and they involve none other than, well, the multiverse and more insanity. So this comes at us directly from Disney and Marvel Studios with multiple press releases and things after the release of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and there is a lot to go into. But one of the big things that really stands out is Elizabeth Olsen talking about her character, the Scarlet Witch, and what the future might hold. And she says that when you look at everything that happens in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, what happens with the Darkhold, the Book of the Vishanti, and of course the multiverse, that right now that they have limitless possibilities because they've essentially opened up Pandora's box, and that they have given themselves unique corners of the universe where they can go as far and as wide as they want and do something very unique, like having the opportunity to meet a close version of yourself that almost resembles you, but things are just slightly different. And then going so far out that there's a completely different version that's not even remotely recognizable in terms of how they relate and how different they are to the one we are following. And she says that if you look at the multiverse and what happens in Doctor Strange, that this is just the start, and that there's a lot of teases of what could be and what we will be seeing in the MCU in the future. Now, of course, if you combine this with Ant-Man Quantumania, Loki, Spider-Man, we've already seen a good amount of multiversal possibilities, and this is just the start. And again, who's to say we're not going to go into a multiverse where the Scarlet Witch is not Elizabeth Olsen? Just like Loki and Peter Parker, there's variants out there. We could start exploring this, and she leans into that, saying that there's so many possibilities and there's so many questions about the what if, which again, you could bring in what if into this. There's a lot of things going on in there. So there definitely seems to be this idea that all the actors are talking about, that the little multiversal stuff we've seen so far is just the start, and it's going to get crazier. And I certainly think it will. I mean, who's to say we're not going to see Scarlet Witch in Deadpool 3? See the Foxmen version of that character. That would be quite awesome. Maybe it's Elizabeth Olsen, maybe it's not, but the possibilities are there, and them being excited about it seems like that they kind of know some of the direction that they're going to go in, but they're just waiting to see what happens next in terms of an official announcement so they can talk more about it.
So thank you very much for watching that video, and of course if you want more additional CBC content, you can find it on our website, where we're typically posting things that we cannot show in videos, such as leaked images from various products and sources, to various other things that we also talk about in videos. So the website is sort of our one-stop shop for everything in a more written and even more condensed format, so check that out. And until next time, have a good one.